Hello guys! I am back! At least for this one video, because I still don't have any plans to advance this channel any further. However, there was a certain incident I simply need to talk about, and this channel is the only way where this really belongs. Because this story starts on Tumblr! And a story starting on Tumblr really has no other place in this channel. All of my other channels are, let's put it like that, too good for this shit. Okay, also a short disclaimer in the beginning. I am going to use the term black people in regards to hyperpigmented people of African origin. I don't mean this in an offensive way, I really don't. The problem is, I have lost touch to what is the current political correct term, because I completely agree that the N-word is an absolute no-go, because this is a direct reference to times of slavery and this other shit what is not okay in any way. However, as long as I refer to myself as a white guy, even though I have a beige skin color, I think the same kind of generalization for colored people is okay. I don't mean it in ill will. I just be like, I'm a white dude, this is a black dude. So please don't take offense of this stuff. It is simply, black person is so much more tidy and compact to say than, for example, hyperpigmented person of African origin. So I'm really trying to keep this more fluent, that's all, okay? So please, no offense if I don't use the newest political correct term. Sorry about that. Okay, now for the actual topic I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I was on Tumblr and I came across this amazing cosplay of Garnet from the show Steven Universe. And I have to say, I haven't come across such a brilliant cosplay in a long time. One aspect I maybe need to point out very early on, because it is apparently a very big point, that the skin color is not reddish enough. Let's face it, if you tell me that this character is not highly inspired, not to say a direct reference to a black woman, you are just intellectually dishonest, let's face it. I've seen the show. I'm very well aware that all the gems are neither humans, they are gender and race free, they are basically really just crystals, and the rest of their body are projections. I don't want to say astral projections because they are not, they are a little bit more physical than that. But yeah, I am completely aware that they are literally gemstones. No gender, no race, no nothing. However, the appearance Garnet chose for herself is a reference to a black woman. And the fact that she is slightly reddish is due to the fact that her rubies are reddish. So, saying that she is not supposed to be a black woman is bullshit. Sorry, have to tell you this. Okay, moving on. Now, I came across this great cosplay in the context of some girl on the internet putting this image next to a unmasked or image of the same cosplayer, or in a different cosplay, let's call it like that, and you can clearly see that this girl is in fact a white girl. She is completely white, maybe similar white tone as mine. And there was a big outcry like, whoa, racism, and the girl referred to blackface, and there was a comment like, oh, I'm so disgusted by this. Wow! May I point you to South Park Season 4, airing in 2000, an episode about the South Park flag. And you know, at the end of the day, the conclusion of the episode was that Chef Koch, who made a big fuss about the fact that this flag is racist because it shows a black guy being hanged by white guys. And the kids in the show didn't see this. The kids in the show just saw 4 people hanging another person. They never saw the color. So for this girl, it is the same. She just saw a character which naturally looked to her like of African origin. So she went for a realistic approach. So she didn't use red when she colored her skin. So this is the outcome of a realistic cosplay of Garnet. She didn't think that this might resemble this blackface thing, which was a thing in America. Also, mind you, she is not American, so this is not part of her culture. She just did it for herself in her own cultural context, and the fact that she put it on the internet doesn't make her automatically part of the American culture, just to remind you. So she had no ill will. She was just drawing her face in the very way she saw it, without any racist thought. And here's a funny fact. You, black girl feeling offended about this cosplay, you are the racist. I hate to say it to you, this girl didn't see a racist thing there. She just saw an African character, and she tried to get as close to it as possible. You see this as something offensive. You turn this into racism because you are a racist. Sorry to tell you this, and this goes for everybody who is offended by this and calls it racism. However, now there is this comparison to blackface, which I brought up earlier, which was drawn rather instantly. And the only connection between this cosplay and blackface, the only similarity is that it is a person of bright skin color using black paint to turn them into somebody who resembles more a black person. However, this, or let's start on this side, this is meant to ridicule black people, to make fun of them, to degrade them. This is offensive. This is racist because it is meant to look down on them, to make them the butt of a joke. This is an homage. This is a celebration of a character this girl loves. This is a devotion, an homage to this character. This is the absolute opposite of blackface. And honestly, if you can't see the difference between those two in the intention that was behind them, and this intention clearly is part of the entire picture. You cannot just be like, oh, everybody who puts a little bit of paint in their face is racist and resembling blackface. No, sorry, you are completely narrow-minded and blind. You are so blinded by your own racism and by your confirmation bias that you cannot see that this isn't racism. This is an homage, this is a love letter to the character. And this is really making me sad because you probably think by attacking her and being telling her she's doing wrong, you probably think you're fighting racism. Bad news for you. You are doing the exact opposite. She wasn't racist. She wasn't considering that dozens of years ago in the US, this was an issue. That there have been a group of people painting their face black in order to make fun of black people. She didn't even consider that. She didn't see this racist aspect of it. And you guys, by going to her and attacking her, you are spreading racism. You turned this into a racist thing, what it never was. And you spread racism to this girl because she will never be able to think back to this cosplay without thinking of you guys and your racism. So yes, you didn't fight racism, you spread it. You turned something beautiful, something with the best intentions into racism. And also on a side note, I bet with you that if she would have done this cosplay without coloring her skin, that there would still be people who would call her a racist simply for the fact that she takes this strong, amazing black character and turns her into a white character. So please step down from your high horse and be all, oh, you are so offensive and so racist and everything, because she would never had a chance. No matter what she would have done, she would have been called a racist anyway the very moment she dared to touch a cosplay of a black character. So where does this leave us? Are only black people allowed to play black characters? Are only white people allowed to play white characters? This is stupid, and I hope you realize that. Now I can already hear a lot of people shout like, ANY, you are a white German dude. How can you relate to this issue at all? How are you the right person to speak out what is blackface and what is not blackface, what is racism and what is not racism? How dare you? Now, here is a fun fact you maybe should consider. Yes, I am living in a country where this never was an issue. Yes, I am a white person. However, this puts me at a distance to the entire issue. This gives me the role of a neutral, unbiased third party. So when I tell you that this isn't racism, instead of dismissing me because I am a white German guy, you should maybe take my word as a neutral third party and reconsider if maybe there might be a little bit of truth in what I have to say, and maybe that there might be a little bit of being wrong in what you saw earlier. One final note. This girl apologized for offending people because this was not her intention. She just meant it as a love letter, and it wasn't her intention to piss anybody off. And as I take it, she's not going to burn her costume. And I have to say, she didn't do anything wrong the entire way. She didn't do anything wrong when she fell into love with a fantastic character who is without any doubt a reference to a black woman, even so she is a gender and raceless gem. She didn't do anything wrong when she came up with this cosplay. And I have to say, she also didn't do anything wrong when she apologized, because she did not apologize for making this cosplay. She did apologize for offending people and hurting them, which she never wanted to. And she also did nothing wrong when she removed her images, because she never wanted to be part of your political shitstorm. You dragged her into that, and I can completely see why she was like, guys, I just wanted to have fun, I wanted to do what I love, I don't want to be part of this. So she took down her images and apologized, and this was basically all you could ask from her. And I say she didn't do anything wrong at any point, and you guys are really simply out of line. You are simply out of line for attacking her, for calling her a racist, for making such a big fuss about it, and the fun thing is you are completely wrong, because you are not fighting racism, you are spreading racism. You yourself are corrupted by confirmation bias. And I can only say, please reflect on what you're doing. Try to see it from a neutral point of view. Try to be happy about the fact that there are still places in the world out there where this kind of imagery doesn't invoke racism, where this kind of imagery is not racist but is completely neutral, can be a love letter. You should celebrate this fact instead of condemning her. So please, stop being a dick to her and reflect on maybe that she is a better person than you when it comes to judging what is racist and what not. This is ANY, opinion counts.